the Carolina Panthers. And they have the sixth easiest schedule in the NFL this year. They are projected at 7.5 wins. Taking a look at the schedule here to my left, I'm going to have them going 7-10 overall, 6-2 at home. And kind of here is the daunting stat, just like with the Falcons. I think the Carolina Panthers are going to go 1-8 on the road this year. You take a look at their road games: Falcons, Seattle, Detroit, Miami. They could easily lose all of those to start the season with those road games. They could very well lose to Chicago. I believe they could beat Chicago, but you look at Tennessee as a definite win. Tampa, New Orleans, they're going to lose to Jacksonville. So they're only going to beat one team on the road. And I firmly believe that will be either the Chicago Bears or the Tennessee Titans. There's going to be losses everywhere else. They'll beat the Falcons at home, but on the road, it's not going to be a win. Again, 1-8 on the road here for the Carolina Panthers, so it's not going to be a very pretty road stretch. I got them going 3-3 in the division as well, splitting with everyone. It's going to be a rough start of 1-5. You take a look at the schedule there. The first 5 weeks, you got the Falcons, the Saints, the Seahawks, the Vikings, the Lions, and the Miami Dolphins. So they're going to be walking into a much needed bye week in week 6, the only win potentially being the Falcons there if they do get that win on the road. And like I said, they could walk in winless into this bye week in week 6, maybe limping into it, not because of injuries, but just because they're really going to need to get into the bye. They're going to play 7 games versus playoff teams from last year. They're going to have two against Tampa. They're going to split both of those, but I think they are going to lose to Seattle, Miami, the Vikings, the Cowboys, and the Jags. So they're going to go 1-6 versus those 7 playoff teams from last year. And they're going to play 7 pretty solid quarterbacks as well: Derek Carr, Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Goff, Tua, Dak, and Trevor Lawrence. I think they're going to lose all these games except one to the New Orleans Saints, unfortunately. They're going to go 1-6 here as well. So the Panthers, even though they are going to have that 6th easiest schedule, my reservation with them not having as many wins is going to be the fact that Bryce Young looks very small on film right now. We know he's great, but small quarterbacks have not lasted really in this league, unless you're an anomaly of Russell Wilson, which some people are out on, or obviously the legend in Drew Brees. So knowing Bryce Young, being with that head coach in Frank Reich, I have no doubts about Frank Reich, but it's really all going to be on Bryce to adjust. And as far as everybody knows, might be smoke and mirrors, but as of right now, Bryce Young's not the starter. Andy Dalton is the starter as of right now. May 19th, 2023, 7:13 p.m. on the East Coast, episode 24 of the NFL with AJL. Bryce Young, per the Panthers GM, is not the starter just yet. It will be Andy Dalton. Let me know what you think about the Panthers schedule prediction. 6th easiest schedule in the league, 7.5 projected wins. I have them going 7-10, splitting all their games in the division. They're going to go 6-2 at home, but they're going to be abysmal on the road at 1-8.